everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, coming to you with an update from the Carolina Garden House. We have slowly been making progress, and I thought it would be fun to show you both inside and outside, as we are just a few weeks away from breaking ground on the brand new garden. Well, starting right here at the front door, we have a new front door on order. You can see this one has a great big crack in it. And we've ordered a new door that has, some nice glass in it, so it'll allow better light to come in even when the door is shut. Now you'll notice behind me there's kind of a mess. And that's because the kitchen cabinets did come in, but we've had some issues in that they didn't actually measure the space correctly, and we didn't get all the right cabinets. And now we have more cabinets than we need, but not all of them fit, and there's not enough spacers, and everything is on hold. But you can kind of get the idea, that hole is where the stove will go. Here is the sink. Obviously, countertops all the way around. The dishwasher goes here. And then there's cabinets with drawers, and then actually a microwave cabinet that we're really excited about. I've never had a microwave cabinet. It's always been something that sat on the counter, so that's really exciting. But probably my favorite feature is this one that I've also never had a Lazy Susan. So I am really excited about this just from the perspective of not wasting that corner. I wish I had this in my house. I sure wish that it would have just been done correctly the first time, but that's not reality. So we're just making do. You could see the family room is kind of a mess. The dining room is also a big staging area. And because we've had cold weather, I've actually turned one of the bedrooms into a greenhouse. But warm weather has started literally a half an hour ago. So I get to take all of the sweet potatoes out of this room. So that's step one. And we are on the lookout for a queen mattress for this room. And I need to get a double mattress and box set for this room, but you see there's actually more cabinets in here. It's really kind of a funny conundrum because we have so many cabinets, and it's shocking to me that there isn't a solution to just do what needs to be done using these in some different orientation. But that's for a different day. So let's go outside, because last week the students from NC State presented their designs, and they were incredible. And of course I couldn't make a decision, so now I'm working on drawing up a master plan that actually incorporates concepts from each one of the students' drawings. So the plan for outside is a bit overwhelming. And I have in my mind, I've been studying the students' drawings, and I have, all 5 of them have something from the front yard that I want to use. So the patio space, kind of as we originally envisioned, coming off these steps, scalloping out just a bit, and all of that area adjacent to the house is going to be patio space. And of course, we're going to have window boxes and, big container planting, so it's not like it's going to be bare concrete. It's just going to be space to be able to entertain, because this is the east side of the house. So this is the side that's actually going to get western shade, late day shade. So if you want to have a cocktail hour, the front of the house on this property is where you would be oriented. Out towards the street, I have a plan for a big bed that's going to kind of be, I think, about 75 foot long and 8 foot deep. And in there, I'm going to do, the most full sun, drought tolerant native plantings, things like ornamental grasses and different perennials. And I'm going to incorporate seasonal things like sorghum and sunflowers and sesame, but focus on plants that, don't need to be micromanaged. They wouldn't need to be watered every day. Even though we are planning to install an irrigation system, I don't want to have to depend on it. I want to make sure that I design this landscape with the best environmental conditions. Had to let Cubby out of the house. And then I'm in the middle of this front yard. I want to do a giant horseshoe. And this was inspired by, again, one of the students' designs, and he'd actually put out like a big table there. And I think for the short term, it'll just stay grass, but we'll watch and see how people use it. And that really is, I think, the best way to approach a landscape. It's nice to have a master plan, but it's also really important to have flexibility and recognize that what you initially think makes sense might not actually be as user-friendly. We want to make this a house that people really do feel like they've escaped reality and have entered a different dimension. And that can be achieved through the horticultural installation. So my initial plan, though, is actually I am going to focus on doing cover crops in all of these giant beds. This is a lot of square footage, and it's going to take a lot of time to build the soil. So instead of fighting nature and fighting myself, because we're already getting into April, I've decided that we won't do any permanent plant installations until probably November, December. That way those plants will have the winter to be able to get acclimated. Instead, I'm going to do amazing cover crop installations with things like buckwheat, crimson clover, sesame, sunflowers, sorghum, Seminole pumpkins, peanuts. And I think it's going to be really dynamic, and it'll be a really great learning experience to see how quickly you can improve your soil just by doing very strategic planting. So I'm really excited to share all of this process with you. Be sure to subscribe to the Bree the Plant Lady YouTube channel. And a lot of this information is also going to be in different courses that I will post onto Aster. So if you haven't signed up for free at Aster, the link is in the description. And I just thank you all so much for your interest and support. And I just, again, am so excited to share this journey as we break ground and develop a brand new foodscape, focusing first and foremost on soil health and then on native plantings for Central North Carolina Zone 7.